Welcome back, Kachings. This is Michael Ching, aka the Chinoy Wizard, and today we're going to unbox or unravel one of my favorite cards. And you guys know me. If you have done deals with me in the past, you guys know that once I carry a black box or basically a cool case, that means there's something cool inside. And today we're gonna find out what exactly is inside. All right, so usually when I go out, I always bring with me a couple of items that I use when I check, certain cards, or let's say I'm getting cards for either for trade, whether it's Magic the Gathering, NBA cards, or whatnot. I always carry some of the essentials that I call it. So this is a portable LED light that basically lights up. And for Magic the Gathering, you actually need to do some light tests, so this comes in very handy. And of course, it comes in black matte finish, and really love it. It's quite portable. And of course, I always carry along a loop or lens with me. And I've also used digital lenses in the past, but in most cases, I always stick to the manual version. And the reason why I like it is it's because it doesn't run out of batteries, and it's always going to work every time, right? So this has been with me for a couple of years, and I've never looked into really replacing it until another best one comes along. And it's made in Japan, as you can see. Another item that I carry along, but usually I just use this for my video tutorials, is I have a pointer. For some folks, I've seen people use screwdrivers and other pointy objects. But in my case, I always use this, and you can really pinpoint, certain areas that you want to call out, or you want to emphasize on certain topics. This is one way to point your audience to it. Last but not the least, I always use a display stand, and this is one of the most reliable stand that I've used throughout the years, and they really make good stands in terms of displaying cards, comics, or whatnot. And it's adjustable, so you can actually move it back and forth, and depending on what size or what item you're placing, you can actually adjust it to your liking. And it collapses really well, and in case you need to use it, all you have to do is just assemble it that way. So very, very simple. I like it. Now let's go to the finale. And today, like I promised earlier, we're going to unbox what's inside this box. And I'm very excited. I know you guys are too, but I want you guys to watch with me and enjoy every bits and details that you can, hear from me. I'm not the expert, but I have done my own research, so I know exactly what I'm looking for. So I always use a case with me, a hard case, just to make sure that things don't go bad when I drive, when I travel, and they've really served me well. These are some of the cards that I've had in the past, and this is some of the raw cards. So a Jordan card is always good, no matter what's the status, and regardless if it's graded or not, they're always my favorite. And of course, we also have some signed cards. These are authentic signatures, and as you can see, there's COAs in the back. This one I have really not checked yet since it has arrived. And yeah, maybe we can submit this in the future for grading too. All right, now, are you guys excited to see what's inside the other case? All right, well, if you're ready, I'm more than ready. So Usually, inside my cases, if I have, like holy grails and, cards that I really want to protect, I always carry an extra case with me just in case something, shakes inside. And to avoid moisture or acid, just make sure you always wear gloves. I always do, whenever I handle sensitive items such as comics or anything that is going to be hazardous to acid. These are, some of the protections that I do just to make sure. Are you guys excited to see what's inside? I personally am very excited, and I'm gonna open it slowly just to give some element of surprise. And I hope you enjoy this video, and there's going to be more videos to come. All right. Oops. All right. Of course, you always want to have silica gels, and the purpose of that is to, of course, absorb any potential moisture that may go near your cards or your holy grails. All right, so for this particular card, you guys know, what this card is all about, and you guys know that, this is a sought after card, and I was lucky enough to get one, and I want to share this review or video with you so that you guys can learn a thing or two. I'm not the expert, but I've done my own research and just want to share what I've learned. And if you guys know more or additional information that you want to share, please send them my way or comment down below. That will be highly appreciated. And let's continue to build our community and help the newer collectors out there to know that they're buying legitimate cards or authentic cards for their money's worth. All right, so for this particular review, I'm going to protect the serial number from being exposed. The reason behind that is we don't want the next owner, or let's say if I do decide to sell, it's very important that we protect the privacy of the owner as well, and that's very important for me when I do my business. All right, so we're gonna take this out, and so that we can see further what's inside, right? And all right, let's use our pointer. So at first glance, you can actually see that there's the PSA font here, and 1986 FLEER is written very clearly, and the card number is number 57. For this particular card, this is excellent mint condition, and it got a score of 6, right? As you can see here. Now, the first thing that you want to check out once you get a card like this is you want to check the font, right? FLEER is spelled correctly for sure, and at the same time, the fonts should be very visible. And one very important part over here is, as you can see, I'm not sure if the camera will capture it, but this part here, the arrow, there are some dots in the Magic the Gathering community. We call that Rosetta. And if you actually use a loop or a lens, you can actually see clearly that there are actually dots inside. And also, if you notice that the color gradient is slightly different. The yellow from this word here, Premier, and the yellow on this arrow here has a distinct color. They're not exactly the same. So that's another sign if you want to check for authenticity. And the colors always pop. The red, the blue, the white, they are very much laid out properly and very clearly, right? So that's another sign. Now, going to the back, as you can see, there's a lot of other indicators. So one is, of course, the decimal point. You have to make sure that you can see the decimal point clearly for the fakes or, the not authentic ones. they're either misaligned or the decimal point on the 27.2 is not very clear. Another telltale sign is the eye. The eye of the bull, not sure if the camera would capture it, but let me try my best. But inside the eyelids, there should be a white, sort of like a visible white inside the eyes, so that you know that it's not blurred out or the ink is not actually combined together. So those are signs of fake. So this one isn't original. So as you can see, the layout of the eyes is very clear. And NBA logo wise, as you can see really that the NBA, famous NBA logo is printed really clearly, right? And here the NBA sign as well, the ball, there should be visible signs of sort of like the lines of the ball. If you don't see that, that's a fake. And of course, when you're buying cards or high value cards such as this, always check if there's any damages. It's always good to check before buying, right? Something of this high value. So this one is pretty much in great condition. That's why it got a 6. Corners are intact. There's no tears or damages, whatnot. And very, very happy with this purchase. And I hope you guys learned something or a thing or two. All right, let's focus a little bit on the back part. On the back part, you can actually see a paragraph here or a subtitle or a header. It says, "A Division of Collectors Universe." And I've seen some variances wherein the A is actually located before the word division. And I've seen this as well. So, depending on the year that you got it from, there are some slight variances on that. And this does not necessarily mean one is fake and one is legit. It just probably means that PSA decided to change some aspects in their layouts. That's one of the most common that you can see. And even if you search on collectibles shops or online shops or eBay, you can see these two types of variances. Now, if you go here, this is one thing that I want to point out. The height and the weight, they both have a colon here, right? There's 2 dots or a colon. And in some cases, there were reports of owners seeing only 1 dot. And there's a big possibility that is a misprint, because they've actually seen legitimate cards or authentic cards that only had 1 dot. So don't be discouraged if you see only 1 dot. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a fake. So you just have to look at all the signs and identify if the card is an authentic card or not. And there you have it, folks. Thanks, Kachings, for tuning in. And I hope to have you guys again in the next card review that we will be having. But for now, please like and subscribe to my channel. Again, it's called Chinoy Wizard. And thanks everyone for watching. Happy collecting.